Good evening. It's a battle of the spin doctors. Both UPA and the NDA have released their ad campaigns geared for 2014. Government's calling it the India story, while NDA is calling it the dark decade. You may agree or disagree with either of those, but agenda is taking up a different debate. Here, our audience, as usual, is divided, but they're divided on the efficacy of such campaigns. When they spend hundreds of crores of taxpayers' money, one estimate says UPA is spending 350 crores. Is that really justified? Do voters get influenced by this ad campaign? And our agenda audience is completely divided along those lines, but they'll be guided by our pundits this evening. On one side, we have the maker of the Bharat Nirman campaign, that's Amitava Mitra. He joins us here in studio. On the other side, we have Anuja Chauhan, who's an author and an advertising expert. Before we go over to our pundits, of course, let's just first play out that new campaign that's been launched. And of course, NDA's campaign as well. They've launched a new website and they're calling it Promoting the Dark Decade.
हमने वादे किए इस वतन के लिए सर उठा के चले नाज इस पे हमें गीत गाते रहे गुनगुनाते रहे हर दे हर दिल में खुशियों के रंग तिरंगा चाह रहा सर को उठा वतन के वास्ते कुछ कर दिखा सलाम हर सच्चाई को सलाम हर अच्छाई को सलाम हर इस जज्बे को मेरा सलाम.
Before we go across to the talking points, and I think just a quick, how many people like the new campaign? Okay, not bad, some mixed reaction there. Now let's just get our talking points in, some of the things that we will be discussing. Our first talking point this evening is, of course, that is it legitimate to spend 350 crore rupees on an ad campaign? And I asked that of the Information and Broadcasting Minister who released the UPA campaign.
Very simple, Sunitra. The Ministry of Information and Broadcasting has a remit to put the programs and policies of the government in the public space. And if you were to compare with the spends which are inbuilt into any developmental scheme abroad, it is 3% of the total outlay on the scheme. So therefore, if you look at Manrega, or if you look at NHRM, or if you look at any of the big flagship programs, what we are spending is about 0.002% of what the outlay of that scheme is. And communication is an essential part of the rollout and the implementation of any scheme.
Okay, the main focus of our whole thing is whether we are asking if the voters get affected by this ad campaign. Tell us what you think of that.
Well, I think you're starting on a very erroneous assumption that these are aimed at elections. You know, elections have their own dynamic, and elections in this particular instance are still almost a year away. They're scheduled for the April and May of 2014. This is an attempt which has been continuing since 2007 to put the policies and programs of the UPA government in the public space. This is the 6th or the 7th edition of Bharat Nirman, which has of course been re-christened Glimpses of the India Story in its last two avatars, the one we are unveiled in May and the one that we are unveiling now.
Okay, Manish Tiwari, thanks very much. Anuja, are you convinced? He of course says it's not aimed at voters, but do you believe him?
No, it's very hard to, go with that belief. But I'm saying even if we go with the first mind of what he's saying, which is that these things are aimed to educate not the voters, but the people, as people and not as voters. To which I'd say, then why then at the end of these campaigns do they never give you a contact number, a phone number, a place to go, things that you can actually use to utilize all the, Bharat Nirman says that aapne apna hak claim kiya and stuff like that, almost attempting to put the ball in my court. It's like, hello, it's your fault you didn't go claiming your hak. And so my point is in that there's nothing that tells you who to call, where to go, what to do. So it just looks like pretty pictures and a very happy little thing that looks like something out of a Rohit Shetty movie, and it does not seem to really have substance to it.
Amitabh, do you really expect us to believe that this is not meant to, entice voters and showcase the UPA before elections?
No, it isn't. As the minister said, this is the 6th or the 7th edition. Just this thing, Bharat Nirman actually was launched in 2007. Since 2007, the brand has been built over the last, whatever, 7, 8 years. So like any other brand, this has been evolving over time. So how does one say that it's, and it's not that elections have been there, every year. So it's a brand that has evolved. It's a brand that has actually brought to the people what the different programs across different years have been, whatever the programs have been happening, policies have been happening. That's what has been, being reported. Mm-hmm. These are all factual.